Hello there and welcome to a very different style of video again. There's only so many times I can say that before it becomes the normal style, but it's going to be another talking video, and today we're going to be taking a look back at 2023 here on the Master Mouldy channel. Now, it's been quite a year. In fact, last year was completely different content. Originally I started about 2 years ago and the channel was more so focused over on TikTok, which I was just using more at the time, and that was about Funko Pops. Then we switched to more fan theories last year and had a good run from about February through till about the 2nd of April. Then it was radio silence. I was finishing up on my maths degree, which I was pretty successful with, so all went well. And then just trying to save up a bit so that I could focus a little more on it this year, and I saved up enough money that I could sort of take a break this year, put a bit more into Lego, and hopefully it's shown with all the quality content that's come out, especially recently on the channel. In the last few months, I picked up making videos again, April 4th this year, which 36 and a half weeks ago. 188 videos have been published since, and they've been met with a load of support. We've gained a total of 596 subscribers since that first Lego video, and in fact over half of the subscribers we've lost have actually just been due to inactive accounts, which is a shame, but we did manage to smash 500 subscribers within, I guess, these first 8 months and 4 months of daily uploads, which has definitely helped the case. Next year we will definitely be able to hit 1,000, if not pretty quickly, because so many of you have started subscribing, and I'm so grateful for all the support on this channel. Of course, we have the ideas page as well, which currently has my version 2 of the mannequin hand, which I'll tag the video on screen now. I'll probably end up talking about it as well because I'm very happy with how that project is coming along. Thank you to everyone supporting that. And of course, we also have the Rebrickable page, which I'll try and link a few bits down below. If not, then you can head over to Rebrickable. There are plenty of videos up on my channel, and I've actually also got the link on my home page. But cast our minds 188 videos ago. Well, I guess 189 videos after this video goes up, but over 180 videos ago, my first video on the channel, I have my page right here to follow along. It was the Burning Anakin custom minifigure. Now, this wasn't even meant to be a video, so it's quite fitting. It was my first video back after a year, and it did do very well. But of course, it was meant to be a short showing off my custom Anakin. In fact, I have the figure just behind me. This minifigure right here is what kick-started the whole channel. Everything you see around you, down in the recommended feed and all over the channel, is all started because of this minifigure here. And all it was Ninjago come out with some cool trans elements for the legs and for the arms, and I thought it would look cool on Anakin for a burning Anakin. Not a burn up, it is the Anakin from Vader's transformation, and it's not meant to be him getting his suit replaced or anything. It's actually meant to be representing the point where he is just burning on the side of Mustafar, and it does look really cool, especially with all the little rocky bits as well on the legs. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. And then I did actually publish a proper video that day, which was planned ahead, and it was actually my first Lego Star Wars rumors and releases. Based on the thumbnail, we just got news of so many of the big sets. We got the Coruscant Guard gunship, the Ghost and Phantom, the Giant Chewbacca, even sets like the Tenut Jedi Temple, and by the looks of it, the Trash Compactor diorama. It seems like so long ago, and they were all sets from this year. Of course, I went on to build my own Trash Compactor diorama and actually reworked an exclusive detention block rescue set from many years ago and built that instead of the Trash Compactor. But I'm still yet to get the Ghost and the Coruscant Guard. Hopefully I can pick one up at Christmas, and I'll probably end up saving one for May 4th because you know there's going to be a May 4th promo. There's one every year, and I can't wait to see what we get this year. But Chewbacca was met with not the warmest of receptions, and of course I went on to build a custom Nubs who we are now getting in the January wave, and that was with my review of the Tennu Temple. We'll get to that in a minute, but it's funny that my first content was the rumors and releases, and we are now waiting for the December rumors and releases because of all the sets coming out in January wave. Again, I am going to leave that till the last Tuesday of the month, just because so many other sets are still waiting to come out and you don't know what Lego's got to give. So I am going to leave it, wait on it, and hopefully we get a few more Star Wars sets. We only have the 3, the AAT Polybag, the Fire Spray from Young Jedi Adventures, and the Battle Pack, which does look really cool. And I did actually make a short on that, and I might have even mentioned the AAT, I think, in one of the Advent builds, so definitely go check them out. But the video is coming, I promise, and January 1st there will also be a much more in-depth review of every set coming out January 1st, which is gonna take ages to record, but we'll get there, and that is a video for another time. The next sort of big video we had was my first review here on the channel. The 1st of May, running up to the May 4th, we got a load of Lego promos and even non-Lego things that I was covering at the time for Star Wars, and it was really exciting time. All the other sets as well were coming out, and we were getting images of a few of them, especially with The Mandalorian that was on at the time. They were giving us a few of the sets in their weekly toy roundup over on StarWars.com, which was really cool to see. They did it again with Ahsoka, and it's really nice to get things like that because just gets you a look at Lego sets early. And my first review was of Boba's Microfighter, and it was only a short. I don't think I made a full video out of it. It was a small set, so it was a nice quick review, and I'll probably keep that style going forward. Any of the smaller sets I'll whack into shorts and do a quick review. Perhaps I'll compile them into a video and speak a bit more about them if I have more things to say, like especially all the polybags in the new year. I'd love to get my hands on them, but it's a bit hard as you can't buy them through Lego. But the Boba review was cool, and I actually also published a few custom Boba Fett minifigures at the time as well, which is really fitting because my first review was of Boba Fett, and my first fan theories on the channel were actually from Book of Boba Fett. So it all sort of ties into some point. It rhymes just like Star Wars. Now, getting a bit away from the Star Wars fan theories that I was used to posting last year, I started covering a bit more content. I think I made a video on Fortnite, on Rocket League, all for May 4th, and then just started including extra details afterwards, different events you could get, different Lego promos that were on at the time, and not just Star Wars ones, which is where I started branching more into Lego than Star Wars, because it started off Lego Star Wars, and honestly, I just enjoy Lego. You can see around me in all the videos I've made recently, there's just so many non-Star Wars branded Lego sets that I've bought, that I've reviewed, that I've built, and so many more to come, especially in the new year. We've got sets like the T-Rex skull that looks just too good to skip out on. So I continued covering Lego, and every rumours and releases started expanding a bit more past Lego Star Wars. But by mid-May, I was still focused on Lego Star Wars. We did have a Lego Star Wars rumours and releases, and then the 1st of June, we got a look at all the new Lego Star Wars sets. But this video from the 1st of June was actually one of 4 rumours and releases that month, and I pretty much made a new video every week, which was great because I was getting the rumours and releases out pretty quickly, but meant that I was recording a lot of videos that, if I'd waited to the end of the month, could have all been included in one video. And I know you all seem to like it more when I release a one big video than a few 10-minute videos every other week. So that is what I started doing from this point on. I sort of realised by this point that maybe for July I should just wait to the end and make one video, and I did do that. But beforehand, on the 22nd of June, we actually got a whole video dedicated to showcasing all of my custom Lego Star Wars minifigures, and I'd made a few shorts and got a few requests to see a few of my other custom minifigures when showing off figures like Boba Fett and Koska Reeves. So I decided to make a video. It's not too long, it's only about 3 minutes, going over all the custom minifigures I had built to date, and that was only a small portion of what I've got now. I've made so many more custom minifigures, hidden them across different mock buildings, even the Marvel CMF video. I made so many Star Wars characters with extra Marvel minifigures. And that brings us to the first mock diorama I made for Star Wars, and it was before the Detention Block Rescue got converted. It was actually from the UCS Mos Eisley. It was one of the sets that I picked up during lockdown. The minifigure count was just too good for Star Wars to drop out on. And it's a bit like the Avengers Tower and the Daily Bugle. The Daily Bugle really interested me, as I did love Spider-Man, but they're just sets that I couldn't justify that amount of money for something that like with the Mos Eisley set, I'd just pull apart, build something a lot smaller, and really I'm just buying it for the minifigures. I can't be spending that much money on minifigures. Mos Eisley was great, I had it up for a few years, and as soon as these dioramas come around, I knew what I had to do, and I've still got it on display right next to me to this day. You can see all the minifigures are just packed into this. It really gets the hustle and bustle of the cantina across in such a simple build. You've even got Han and Greedo's little hut in there, and usually there is a Kenobi and Luke to stand here. But it really does the cantina a bit better than the actual Lego set, because I've used every single minifigure from the Lego set. And if you span that over the cantina, which was probably about 4 times the size of this, it does decrease the population per squared brick, I guess, which doesn't make it seem as busy as the diorama. So I really love the diorama, and of course I've got so many tan bricks to put towards other tan creations like Boba's throne, which I made a mock on a few weeks ago, and I'm actually updating that this week, so stay tuned for that. And even if I wanted to build a Lars Homestead Kenobi's hut, I now have all the pieces to build a much bigger one than the set I picked up. And the next video we've got, the 24th of July, is the Lego Star Wars Boba Fett mech. Now, I absolutely love these mechs, and I'm definitely addicted at this point. Lego have got me hooked on mechs. I've got another mech video coming even this week. There's plenty of content over Christmas, don't you worry. Subscribe so you don't miss out. But I actually picked up this mech and had the review out 8 days before the official launch date of the set, which was great. I mean, it was a mistake done by Morrison's. They had a very similar set, the Microfighter, that was my first review out at the time, and they just put the Boba mechs on the same display as that. I noticed it, picked one up, and I actually went in 2 or 3 Morrison's at the time. It was in all of the Morrisons. They had it mixed up, so it was probably a problem more with the actual system than just an error of someone putting out the set. But it did mean I was able to pick it up about a week and a half before Lego officially released it, and it was great. I got to review it. It was a very popular video because many people didn't notice it was already out on shelves early, and you don't tend to be walking around looking for sets that aren't even meant to be out yet. So it was a mistake on Morrison's behalf that meant that I got to build the mechs before many other people review them and just have so much fun. They then released the new sets August the 1st, and that was my first video of actually reviewing these sets on the day, not in person, but taking a look at the images and going through all of the Star Wars sets. Now, it was only the Star Wars sets I did this for. Again, I'd only just started covering the releases from other themes, so I was still mostly on the Star Wars track. And in the next days to come, I then reviewed the other 2 mechs, Vader and the Trooper, also the 332nd Battle Pack, and every couple of days ended up reviewing another new set. I managed to pick up the Tennu Temple for quite cheap, and before I actually reviewed the Tennu Temple, and I reviewed that about the 14th, and 5 days before that I posted my Kenobi minifigure scale alternate build of his Delta 7, which was my first custom mock vehicle and the first of many. I mean, now I even have a Plo Koon variant that was asked by a few of you, and if you want to see any more variants of the Delta 7, do just let me know in the comments of this video, or go over to Rubricable and comment on the model, and I'll start working on them straight away. The Delta 7s are enjoyable to piece together and make them look like ships for different minifigures, and if you wanted a whole fleet of them, let me know which one you want designed next, because I think that would look really cool on display. Now, as I said, on the 14th of August, I built the Tennu Temple and actually made a custom nubs because I felt like he was missing from the set. Now, we do have a minifigure coming in the January wave. It's a bit of a pricey set again. It's a 4+ set, but there's quite a few chunky pieces, which does drive up that value. But you get nubs and the pilot, which I forget her name, with her droid. So they are quite cool minifigures. It's the ones you're missing from the actual Tennu Temple. But I don't think I'll be picking it up. I might build a custom figure for the pilot and piece together the droid using BB-8's head or something, but I'm not looking at picking up that set. I'm hoping to get a few other sets outside of Star Wars this time, review them here on the channel, and break out a bit more than we have recently, because I really would like to conquer some of the other Lego themes. We touch a lot on Ninjago for custom Star Wars figures, and the superhero sets are definitely popping up here and there, and even the addition of the new Sonic set. So I'd just like to get out to a few more themes and don't worry, there'll still be mostly Star Wars content, as that's what I'm more comfortable with, I guess. But a few days later, the 18th of August, I cannot forget that date. It was the date we started building the Lego City. Now, it was only the central perk cav, but it's what started everything just behind me, and it's still going to this day. I updated it last week. I've still got a few more things to do before the year is up, and I am running very low on time, so they'll be out in the next few weeks. I think I'll probably make another video or two, and then we'll have New Year where I'll be redecorating it completely, getting rid of all of the winter stuff, the Christmas tree, the snowy little scene I've built of the park, and all the other little references around the city. So stay tuned. In the new year, we've got some big plans coming in, and I'll probably get to work straight away with building another tower. But that's all for the new year. Stay tuned for the last Christmassy updates. The city has come so far since the start. Even second update to the city, which included all the roads, and probably was even the third. I don't remember if I added the roads before the Friends apartments, but I had the Friends tower, which was the first tower I got to work on, and then I added all the roads and other base plates, filling out the 2 cubby holes I put aside for it in the Calyx unit behind me. And that's coming clutch, that unit. It's been so useful because I've been able to divide my Lego displays into different scenes and just fit them in a bit nicer than the shelves. The shelves I have aren't as deep as the unit, so I just get a bit more in than I would on these shelves. And a few days after I started building the city, the 20th of August, we actually saw the end of Lego VIP. Now, Insiders did come to replace it, which was a blessing, because Insiders basically took all your Lego accounts, your VIP accounts, any game accounts you had, any ideas accounts you had, and included them under the one umbrella. You can even log on to Fortnite with your Insiders account, and if you do, at the minute, you do get a limited Lego skin. There's another one in the shop, and if you hit 50 levels, you even get a 3rd Lego skin. So do definitely check it out. I've got a whole video on that, and I'll probably touch on it later because it's honestly the best game that's come out this year. Insiders has been really nice. We've actually got 3 Insiders weekends since. Well, that's if you include Black Friday, but they come a bit later in November, and we've just actually had our last one last weekend. Gives you double points. It's very nice, and I can't wait to see what we've got in the new year. Hopefully we get a few more gift with purchases in January. That is honestly why I'm waiting till the final Tuesday of the month, and why I wait till the final Tuesday of every month. Gift with purchases we don't normally get until really last minute. In fact, Lego don't even confirm them till the day, so I'll be looking forward to see what gift with purchases we'll be able to pick up January 1st. And hopefully the VIP packs don't end just because we're going into a new year. They can rebrand them as insider bags, but I really do like the VIP bags, and it's a great way to pick up some really unique pieces that you might not pick up if you're not picking up certain sets. Now, a week after the Insiders program launch, I customized my first mech. Now, at the minute, I have 13 mechs and a few more on the way this week, so I've definitely customized my fair share of mechs, and all of them are unique in some aspect, or probably a few aspects, as not only have I given them bent arms, which was the original update, I just added hinges to the arm pieces rather than their fixed arms. I feel like it's what Lego should have done, because the arms can support the weight. It's the legs that couldn't be used with hinges. I try it all out in the video, have a few different Technic pieces even to try and link them up. And I hinged the arms, and that was it for a while. I did revisit that and customize the back plate, because it's a new piece for the Star Wars mechs, and you can actually recreate it using just Lego pieces. So that's what I've done for most of my mechs. In fact, I've even modified it for a few of them to make the most of the design. And now, most recently, I've customized the leg joints so you don't need that fixed piece for the legs or arms, and there's actually a different way you can build the legs which enables you to move them a little bit, straighten the legs, and even bend them inversely, which is definitely not natural, but it is possible. So I've had my fair share of fun with the mechs. That goes for mechs and dioramas. I've built a fair share this year, and that's not stopping in the new year. No matter what Lego do with their sets, I know we've got a few more mechs, and in fact, the whole January wave for Ninjago is pretty much mech focused. So once again, I speak a load about sets that aren't coming, and I am pushing back that video, but it is honestly worth the wait. But plenty more mechs to come in the new year, plenty more mechs to come this year. Hopefully I get another 3 to you, and that video will be coming later this week. I've just first got to build them and talk about them, I guess. But the next video that sticks out to me is the Throne Room diorama, because I took the 2019 playset, I broke that down, and actually the reason it stands out to me is because I've just broken that down and built another mock most recently, and hopefully I get that to you soon. It is a similar style to the Boba Fett Palace mock that came out like a month ago. But I've improved it, taken it, put a spin on it, and it's actually similar to the modular system for Harry Potter. So hopefully you stick around for that video and enjoy it, because it's been in the works for a long time. In fact, I had half of it complete about a month ago, and I'm only just recently coming up to finishing the fourth part of that mock. So it's been about a month in the making, and hopefully all that work pays off. Now, the next biggest mock project I had, the dioramas weren't necessarily too hard, as in I'd spend a few hours on them and then the next day I'd spend a few hours building them, as I mostly built them in studio. But I did do a speeders collection, which was 5 different speeders, which basically took me 5 times as long as any of the dioramas, because I still put enough work into it, and with the piece restrictions had to find different ways of representing the shapes of these different speeders, and that is currently up on Rubricable. I think the 5 speeders I did, if I can remember off by heart, was the BARC speeder. I then did the Endor bike. I also did, I think it was the land speeder for Luke and Han. I did both of their land speeders based on both of the sets, and I can't remember the 5th speeder. I think it was the Mando speeder that we got in the Tusken set, and again that used the pieces from the speeder bike. I just made them all a bit more minifigure scale and a bit more accurate to how they are portrayed on screen. Whacked them all in a bundle because I didn't think it'd be worth selling them all separately, and I think that's up for only £1 or £2. So if you're interested in building any of them 5 speeders, the BARC speeder, the Endor speeder, Luke's land speeder, Han's land speeder, or Mando's speeder, then check that out on Rubricable. Again, the link is on my YouTube page. And we now get to the end of August, specifically the last Tuesday of the month, and you guessed it, you know what that means, another rumours and releases. This covered Lego in general and actually saw the first of the 2024 rumours, so I didn't cover many leaks in that video, but anything that had some substantial backing, or perhaps a shop had leaked early or someone from Lego had accidentally released, I did cover. I think at one point Lego even tweeted out the new minifigures from the Lego Sonic line, so it was really cool to see what Lego release and what they try and control and stop getting out there, as they don't want to spoil their big announcements, especially for the Avengers Tower. Apparently that leaked weeks before and I just wasn't really aware of it, so when they did release it on the stream it was pretty cool. And of course Lego's going to try to hold back as much as they can, because there are a few leaks that you see bouncing around the internet and popping up in people's thumbnails that just aren't released, where they've not got far enough in the design stage and just haven't made it through to be an official set. So I am trying to distance myself from leaks, and that is why I make rumours and releases, because it's fun to talk about the rumours, what could be, what do you want, but at the end of the day, unless Lego have officially announced it, you never know if you're actually going to get the set. And whilst we're here, again, September 1st, I had my monthly review. I'm not going to cover any more rumours and releases or the monthly reviews. We've already seen the 2024 sets at the end of August, and from the 1st of September, they're just regular videos that cover any new releases that we've got, and I don't think any of them were necessarily too special to include looking back on the channel from this point. I mean, you do have some massive releases like the History Museum, the Orient Express, and the Avengers Tower, but I don't think there was anything too grand for this channel, as I didn't review them. I'm probably not going to pick any of them up because they are very expensive sets, and from here on out, you just got to take my word that every final Tuesday and every first of every month there will be a rumours and releases and review video. But that's the end of August, and I think August was the best month here on the channel. All the mocks that we built, all the sets that I got to review, and especially the work starting the Lego City, which was definitely the hardest part. I mean, I've got another update coming this week. I mean, getting it running from just nothing was so complicated, getting the base plates and finding out what I wanted to go where. It changed so much. Pretty much every single day I woke up and decided I wanted to do something different with the city. So it was just a case of getting a few bricks to the plates and actually starting to build something. So once I had that working, I started planning on building my Lego store. And of course, To build a Lego store, you have to go to the Lego store. It was ages since I'd been to the Lego store, and September, I think, the 2nd of September was the first time I documented my travelling on this channel and made a video of the pab wall and included everything I did on it. And because I'd went there the day before the 1st of September, it was actually the new Gringotts Bank release, and I guess that one's a bit more important for the channel because we went for the make and take event, we built a wand, and just got a few different Harry Potter things. We got to pick a random brick out of a bag, and we actually got our houses for the most part, because you could have a red, yellow, blue or green coloured 2x4. And the whole point of going to the Lego stores, I documented the first time we went, was looking for the pab boxes. Around this time they started introducing them into stores, and I think the next time we went, I thought for sure we were going to get them. We just missed out. We even went to Bluewater, which I've never actually been to the area of Bluewater. I've never driven out that far, so we drove out and the pab boxes were there a few days before, but we left it for the Lego slide that was on at the time, which again was lots of fun, and that meant we just missed out on the pab boxes. Now, of course, recently we went to Leicester Square store, picked up the pab boxes, they were there, and no Builder minifigure boxes yet, but the pab boxes are really cool and definitely worth paying that extra discount that you no longer get from the pab cup. So pab cups can no longer be used. Pab boxes are the new thing, and honestly, I'm not too disappointed. Check out that video if you do want to see which is the most efficient for storing certain bricks. And a few days later, we actually went into a B&M, picked up a box of bricks for a tenner. It was like 1,000 bricks for a tenner, which 1 pence per brick was double the value of the recent Lego Classic set that I picked up, which is really good value for money, especially if they were good bricks. And turns out they were pretty good bricks. I ended up building a whole display for my Star Wars minifigures, and I still have it up to date. Just behind me on the Star Wars display, I put official Lego black plates on top so that I don't damage the legs of the minifigures. And so far, most of my minifigures have been clipped down for upwards of 15 years, and no cracking on the legs. Most of the arms haven't cracked, which actually did surprise me. No torsos or arms have cracked, because a lot of the minifigures have been switched around across them 15 years, and you expect some wear and tear, but besides the occasional hand breaking, I haven't really had any problems with Lego. So it just goes to show the quality. 15 years, still going strong. We'll see in another 5 years or so, but for now, all my minifigures are pretty good. And with the new Lego Star Wars minifigure display, I felt like putting up a few more displays up, because originally that was where I stored all my Star Wars ships. So I put up the 3 shelves just in front of me, and I've just rearranged them in a recent video, probably for the last time this year. Hopefully they somewhat stay like this for next year, as I do have a few gaps for different mocks and other builds, and really I'll probably need to change it at some point in the new year after I've picked up a few of the battle packs, because I definitely want to start work on that giant Clone Wars battle. But that is a problem for me next year, so I will not be looking at that yet, because I really do not have the time or really the space to clear any more space. Now, it was around this time that I also made the choice to devote this channel purely to Lego. I had a talking video just like this one about the future of the channel and how the occasional Star Wars fan theories that I was still sneaking into the channel would be stopping, because I think every Wednesday I still made a what if video, and they were much fun to make, but took so much time compared to what I'd want to be doing with Lego. I mean, each video with Lego only takes a few days, perhaps 2-3 days per mock build, and that's why you tend to see every week a video of me talking about Lego sets or not building, because I just need that one extra day to work on what I'm actually building for the next video, and it gives me the time just to talk about other content on this channel. Lego do so much. We've got Lego Fortnite and all the other events that go on with Lego. There's so much to cover on this channel, but I do love building Lego, building mocks, building sets, reviewing different things for you. And with the what if, they were taking me about a week's worth of putting together, writing. Then I had to narrate the story, and then I also had to piece together the very shoddy animations that I put over me talking, and I think they ended up being slides quite towards the end, just because that was the quickest way I could put it out, and it's not the level of content I want to be putting out. I don't want to be putting something together quickly just so I can get it out in time, and even if I did it once a month, that's just a week of Lego videos I could be making instead. So that's what I enjoy more, and that is what I decided to do. From this point for the next 3 months, it's been purely Lego. I've touched on other collaborations like Lego and Lo-Fi Girl or Lego and Fortnite, as I've mentioned, but I've never gone back to a pure Lego theory. I've definitely added my fair share of Star Wars facts into some typical Lego reviews, but nothing more than a fun passing fact. 12th of September, I have to point this out because I'm so grateful for it. It was my first sort of fan-funded video. It was the first video paid by you guys. I'd at this point received enough purchases on Rebrickable to fully fund a Bricklink order, which was honestly vital for the Lego City. I did make a mess up, so check out that video if you wanted to see what I slipped up on. But the whole Bricklink order, even delivery, was funded by you guys. Thank you so much for all the love on Rebrickable. I've actually managed to make 2 videos that were fully funded by you based on all the purchases, and they've both gone towards the Lego City. I'll probably make another one in the new year as well, because to date there are still people buying all my custom models, and I'm actually looking at building quite a big one over Christmas, so hopefully I can get that out. It might be in the new year, as I'm not quite sure how much time I'll have around the festive holiday, but I definitely have a few videos that I'll record ahead of time for the end of the year, and they'll just be covering my favourite sets of this year. We've also got the fan vote, which is still going on over in the community tab, so head over and vote if you'd like. We've nearly got 1,000 votes in total, which is absolutely crazy. Thank you so much for everyone who has voted over in the community tab. And even though I've taken the results of all the other polls, it doesn't mean you can't vote. You can still head over there, vote away, and I'll total up all the votes, see how many we get by the time the video comes out. But even if it's long past, in a year's time you've come back and decided to watch this to see what 2023 was like, or perhaps I'm even reacting to this video, then you can still head over there and vote. You might have to scroll quite a bit, but hopefully you can search contest or a keyword I've included and find the polls you were looking for. And now we jump towards the end of September. There's not too much going on, many more reviews, many more mocks, sort of the same style of videos, so I won't be covering every single video because we'll be here for ages. I mean, I've been recording this for about 40-50 minutes already, so this will probably be the last September video I cover, but I did predict the new battle pack, and we had a few sort of wordy rumours, but they were all so very different. How many minifigures it will include, and which ships are going to be included, or will there be ships? At one point, there was even meant to be an Arc Fighter, which, honestly, looking at the set, I don't know how they would have included it. I don't know how I would build a model to include in that price of set. £25 to include a ship, there was no chance. But I did actually predict it fairly accurate. I mean, you can go back, watch the video. It's not entirely accurate. But I discussed how I would put together the battle pack and what sort of size builds I would use, what sort of pieces I would lend to certain builds. And actually, it's not far off what LEGO have done. Of course, I did want a Droideka as well as some B2s. We did get B2s, we didn't get any Droidekas yet, but you never know, we might get a Droideka in a LEGO magazine next year, which would be a fun way of collecting more droids. Now, with the new releases also came the new CMF boxes. LEGO moved away from the foil bags, which meant you couldn't feel which minifigures were inside, and because of people actually feeling for the bags and getting specific minifigures, they weren't able to go to paper bags like they do with a magazine, because after about 5 people feeling them, the bags were tearing, and if it's an unpopular figure, they're just going to be left open, and people are probably going to end up stealing the Lego in stores. So it wasn't feasible to create paper bags for them, so instead they went with cardboard boxes. And I'd actually found a hack to see which minifigures were inside the cardboard boxes. It's a little light trick you can do with your mobile phone. So check out that video if you're interested in picking up any of the LEGO Series 25 in the new year, as it's the same cardboard boxes for now, so it does work. But there's also 3 full series in every sealed box. So some people are probably just going to be picking up a box if they can afford it, selling a series on for, I think it's about £60 each, and making their money back and ending up basically with a free series of minifigures, which is actually not a bad idea, but you do have to have the place to sell it, and setting up a Lego store isn't the easiest. You got to then package it, work out the delivery, and honestly for me at the minute it's a bit too much hassle. But at some point in the future I'd love to set up a Lego store just for different sets and sealed sets, sit on them for a few years and sell them back a bit more reasonably than they tend to be on the aftermarket. So hopefully I can work on setting that up for you at some point. That will probably be my goal for next year, to buy a few sets, sit on them, especially the really good ones like the Lego Battle Pack. in 5 years time when Lego are no longer selling that, people are going to be charging probably an arm and a leg. B2 Battle Droids Phase 1s, which are not only shiny, but we don't know that they're going to be in any other sets. So I might end up sitting on them, and even if I just sell them for sort of double price, it makes a bit of money for the channel and enables people to buy them for cheaper than they're going. So that is one of my long-term dreams. And we also had in October the Superpower Academy, which was a Lego escape room. It was free to enter, and I definitely had a lot of fun in that, and that's actually one of the highlights from Lego this year, because we did actually get to take back a load of free Lego from that. And for World Play Day in stores, they were actually giving a bag away to each group as well, so we managed to pick that up at both Leicester Square and Stratford. And it actually had quite a few rare pieces that you don't really see, a few unique colours that haven't been seen before, and overall, the day was just really fun. And it was in October that I visited the Blue Water store and actually went to Battersea as well, which used to be a power station they converted to a shopping mall. I managed to get a stamp from every Lego store in my Lego passport and picked up a ton of Pick-a-Brick cups. Well, I filled my cup a few times as I were reusing it. But that all went to the city, some masonry bricks. Again, there's a ton of city updates that I won't be covering just because we'd be here forever if we did. In fact, this video has gone on a lot longer than I expected it to, so I'm going to try and start wrapping up soon. So we then had the custom figures I created from the Marvel CMFs. I went through every single figure, and technically every single figure has their own custom figure. So I'll definitely be doing it for Series 25, any duplicates, what you can do with them, and different ways that different body parts can be used, which sounds very gruesome if you don't know I'm talking about Lego. November gave us a bunch of different exclusives as well. Not only did we have the Marvel Code Red special on Disney Plus, but we also got a Designer Summit 2023 exclusive Cosmic Daydream, which the QR for the instructions was posted online, and in fact someone beat me to making a rebrickable model, but I was the first person to make a video on it, and it actually went down quite well because I hadn't seen anyone show off the mock, and to date I haven't seen anyone show off the actual designers set exclusive. So all we have are the mocks that people have created and posted pictures online, which I made a video on, and I've actually switched it to a red color because I thought the red spaceman in my collection can be the DJ. I picked up an authentic Lego red spaceman all the way back from the 70s and actually managed to get a replacement torso for it. So the video is up on that because Lego customer service really did come through for that. And middle of November, we got a look thanks to the Europe Lego Star Wars magazine of what the December build would be. And I had enough pieces to build it, so I did, and reviewed the whole year of Lego Star Wars magazines in one video. Again, that video did quite well, and I'll definitely be getting all of the Lego Star Wars magazines next year, and probably a few others, and doing some monthly videos reviewing all the Lego magazines, because they do get a bit expensive when you're buying all of them. But if you're just buying one for the activities, for the builds you get, a lot of the time they are worth the money. So stick around next year. Hopefully I can do monthly reviews on every single Lego magazine when they come out. I think a lot of them come out a week or two after some of the others, so make sure you are subscribed when them videos go live, because there might only be a week or two to pick up the magazine that you want. And it was in November that I made my Giant 15 for Lego Insiders. It's a challenge that was going on, and I will be making a video later this week where I came and the winners of the challenge, as I don't really see too many people over on Ideas. There were 300 builds for this contest, but I still feel like it's fairly new. 15 years of Ideas is being celebrated right now, and I definitely feel like the site still has a little way to go when it comes to designing Lego sets, and there's some really cool builds recently that have come out of it. So you're definitely getting a few more people over there and a few more ideas made, which is great because it also means we're getting a few more ideas, reaching that 10k threshold, and looking at becoming sets in the future. Now, the most important day for this channel this year, the 26th of November, was when we hit 500 subscribers, and my 500 subscriber special is out there. I did a little bend or pass for all the retiring sets, and it was a bit of fun on top of the regular daily upload, and didn't realize how many sets were actually retiring, so it is quite a lengthy video, but it is up if you want to go over there. It's just a simple yes or no for every set. No explanation, no reasons why. It was a very fun video to make, and I think you could tell as I went through it, I just didn't realise how many sets there were retiring this year. Now, as I said, December came and we finally found the pad boxes. I think technically it was the 30th of November when we picked them up in store, but video did come out early December and I'm so happy we did pick them up because I was able to review them and compare them to the old pad cups that we used to use. And honestly, I do prefer the boxes because Lego bricks tend to be square and boxes just make more sense than a round cup. And whilst we were at the Lego store, I also designed my own custom torso and actually made a video building all the 10 most expensive Lego Star Wars minifigures for a lot cheaper than they go on Bricklink. And some of these minifigures were going for a few £1,000 on Bricklink. In fact, the most expensive one I could find was just over £12,500 and I managed to build it for a tenner. So it's a great video. Go check that out to see what my custom printed torso was. And I also covered the experience as there's no videos online really that go through in any sort of depth what the minifigure factory process is like, and especially not here in the UK. So it's a video I felt I had to make, and hopefully with that video out, if you're looking at building a custom minifigure or printing your own custom designs at the Lego store, then hopefully it helps you out before you go. It's a fairly quick video. I didn't want to drag it on too long, unlike this video. But since then, we have built next year's battle pack already and actually compared it to the custom one I built a few months ago. And again, it's a fun video. Whenever you get access to some sort of early set, it's very exciting because you're sort of able to review it before you're actually reviewing the proper set. And I also uploaded version 2 of my mannequin hand, which again is up on Lego Ideas right now. You can support it. The link is on my YouTube page. And 2 days ago, I would have uploaded a video on Lego Fortnite, and it's really awesome. I've put so many hours into it. Me and my fiance actually have our own world, and honestly, if you want a series, I'll be more than happy to make it in the new year. Let me know on that video, and of course, that brings us to today, 15th of December. It's actually 4 months today. Well, 4 months yesterday of daily uploads. 4 months today as of recording this, the 14th of December, and I'm really enjoying this. Of course, we've got Christmas coming up, so a few videos will be recorded in advance, but I'm not looking at stopping daily uploading anytime soon. I've got so many ideas. In fact, I've got ideas dotted throughout my schedule all the way up till the start of February. So I've got plenty of things to build for this channel. The only problem is there's always something new, and I've had about the same month's worth of ideas that keeps getting pushed back. So I'm going to try and get a few of them out over December. Hopefully get a few out in January to break up all the different set reviews and set releases and all the Lego that I'll be reviewing that I got over Christmas, which also coming up. And hopefully I'll be able to make a video of the sets I got at Christmas. I might also include the sets I gave for Christmas because I've given a few family members Lego. Of course, Lego is for all ages. Who doesn't love Lego? It's one of the best gifts you can give. But that is 2023 on the Master Moldy channel. Again, this year is not done yet. There might only be about 2 weeks left, but we've still got some city updates. We've still got some mechs to build. We've got some sets to review, which I might not review this year, but you'll see which sets I'll be reviewing in the new year. And we've also got the whole January wave to look at. Honestly, I cannot wait to record that video. That's going to take hours. I don't know how I'm going to get that video together, but don't you worry, the last Tuesday of the month, I promise, no matter what, there'll be a video going over every set, and then on the 1st of January, a bit more in-depth. So hopefully I can summarize it a little bit for the end of the month if you didn't want to sit through that hour-long video. And do be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any other awesome Lego content, and do drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and let me know down in the comments what your favorite video was on this channel for this year. Now, that can be any sort of Lego video, and there's even a few other non-Lego videos. If you enjoyed them more than the Lego content, do let me know, as it'll be interesting to see which videos might pop up. That is all for me today. Thank you for watching this very, very long video, and may the bricks be with you always.